Bliss Show. Let's go.
Yes, massive Wagwan. I'm Robin, Jamaican brother there. Reaching out to all the maximum of the African continent. And you're tuning into the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joby. From Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. And to Robinson and no respected lessons for big up
So take my pain away. So take my pain away. So take my pain away. So take my pain. Why? Yes, a very good afternoon, family. Karibuni sana to yet another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss right here on the Black of Fire Network Media for the 21st century. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope your night has been good. My day is coming out amazing. I can't complain. It is a beautiful day. 1 minute to 1 p.m. right here in the 254, 59 minutes past 12 p.m. right here in the 254. And of course, I'm bringing this straight from Africa, the 254 Kenya. And of course, my name is Joby to the first time listeners and viewers. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. Shout out to everyone on Facebook, those who are with me on YouTube, and those who are with me on Twitter. We are everywhere. And those who are also live with me on Rumble. Kindly, if you don't have the Rumble application, kindly ensure that you go to the Google Play Store, download it, and of course, just the kawaida thing. Go to the Black Fire Network and look for us. Rather sign through the Rumble. I think they have a website. I think www.rumble.com if I'm not wrong. But anyway, just check out on Rumble. We are live on everywhere, and we are streaming. This is coming straight from the 254. I don't know, I'm getting mixed up and everything, but karibuni sana. It is the 14th of the month of June, and I hope you guys are doing amazing. And of course, this week on Friday, it shall be a child's birthday, and of course, you know how it happens right here on the Black Fire Network. It shall be a party. It shall be a party. Yes, and of course, another life to celebrate. And for me, this month I lost a life, so I'm glad to be having friends that I can celebrate in this month. Where instead of thinking of how this at a time like this, I was a certain day like this, I was feeling like this, so I think it has been filled with love. I look at it with love, and personally, I think I began with the month with a lot of negativity. I was like, I don't like the month of June, but I remember Keith telling me, shout out to him, he was like, now there's no you can just hate the whole month. But yeah, I think it makes sense. There's no you can just hate the whole month. I had that specific day because I always feel like, it's still that pain of where you've lost your beloved one and everything. But anyway, for me, like I said, I feel like I've been blessed and surrounded with friends, especially those who have been born on this amazing, amazing, beautiful month. Karibuni sana once again. My name is Joby. Shout out to everyone. That is Omalay playing right here on the Blackout Fire Network, media for the 21st century. That is Soso, and I bet majority of you are familiar with this banger. Yes, and of course, as you tune in, remember to click that like button. And in case you are new on this amazing, amazing channel, remember to subscribe. Karibuni sana once again. This is the media for the 21st century. It's all about listening, engaging, and transforming. That's what we are all about. And as for today's conversation, we shall be having an amazing conversation. But of course, I'll be enlightening you on what we shall be talking about. We shall be putting our focus on the Africans, indoctrination of worshiping the white people. When I'm not speaking about just religion, I'm speaking of we're speaking about the subject of self-hate, because, like it says, we love nothing black, and we hate everything black and love everything white, which does not literally make any sense. So we want to talk about us literally be so indoctrinated into so many things, especially by the white people. And it is such a shame that we have not learned. A majority of us have been given the privilege to travel outside there, but still you want to be docile and stupid outside there. And I don't know what you're looking for in a sort of validation from the white people. I saw Eric Omondi. I think majority of you are familiar with Eric Omondi. And what he did, he went to, I think, one of these countries. I think it was in the UK, and he sat on the street begging. But he met a racist person. I think I'll find the video and share it with you guys and see what's happening, because it's really disgusting to see that we still are looking for a sort of validation from these crackers, despite what they show us, that they don't need us in their continent or in their space. We should get this in our heads. But karibuni sana once again. Back to the music, Soso, right here on the Blackout Fire Network. And of course, the next banger I'll be playing, that is Burna Boy featuring Jeremiah, and that is Secret. And I hope you guys shall enjoy that. I'll be back with my quote of the day as we get started straight into the day's topic.
Reaching out to all the masses on the African continent, and you're tuning into the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joby.
Baby, can you keep our secrets for a long, long time? When you awake or sleeping, say my name no time. I know you want to be my baby, oh, but I got my wife. I know you want to be my wife. Eh? Hey. I know you want to spend more time. I know. Yes, and my quote of the day today says, life is short, smile while you still have teeth. Life is short, Smile while you still have teeth. And I just saw this and I'm telling myself, Manze, I should be smiling every goddamn time. Do you know how many times I meet people and they're like telling me, Joby, you frowned. But I think I have a face, and I think we all have a certain face. When everyone when they meet you, they think that you've just frowned, but that's just your face. But yo, life is short. Smile while you still have teeth. That is my quote of the day. And of course, Karibuni sana to just everyone who's tuning in right here on the Blackout Fire Network Media for the 21st century. This is Banner Boy with Jeremiah Secret. I'll be back as we get started with today's conversation after this amazing banger here. Like a booty and choking, much like a soldier when I tell you come over. Yeah. Spend more time, I know you wanna spend more time, but it can you keep a secret for a long, long time? When you awake or sleeping, say my name no time. Baby, you but I got my wife. Wanna conversate, might end up in the But the crazy part of smiling is you're always gonna be smiling. Then when you start reading this African news, you just end up losing your appetite and everything. But karibuni sana to everyone who's just tuning in right here on today's episode of Pan African. My name is Joby. To the first time listeners, shout out to everyone on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, and of course, I'm live also on Rumble. In case you have not, catched us on Rumble, ensure that you do. We are on every platform, BitChute, Rumble, every platform you can literally consider of being on the internet. We are everywhere. So kindly do take your time and also do watch our shows in case you miss them right here live on YouTube. But karibuni sana to everyone also who's on the radio station. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. 8 minutes past 1 p.m. And what's the time for you, my viewers, those who are just in? I'd love to hear from you. And also, how is your day coming along? As for today's conversation, like I said, we shall be talking about something I feel like it's very sensitive because if I try look at myself at the way I've grown up or what we African people globally we have been subjected to, we have to love everything white and hate everything black. But how comes none of us has ever never questioned anything? Again, I understand because we've grown up in a society which is like a daily topic. We have grown up in a society where you can't question about religion, you can't question about your government, you can't question about your environment, you can't question about your education. There's nothing literally as an African person you can question. We have been subjected to fear a lot. But again, this subject is becoming too much because right now, if you look at Africa all over the globe, we are a laughing stock to the rest of the world. Africans globally, we are a laughing stock no matter where we are. We're disrespected. Whether you are in diaspora, at this point, I come to understand it's not even we in just in the continent. As much as for we in the continent, we've been weakened minded. We've been weakened minded, if there's such a term, if I'm using the right time. Our minds have been so weakened to the point where we can't react to such kind of situation. That's what I was asking on Monday. Do you think Africans understand racism? Do you think Africans understand racism? I don't think they do. But we shall be getting deeper into that because that's one of the agendas I want to discuss. And when we shall be getting into that, when I'm saying, do Africans really understand racism? I'll be sharing again a video of Eric Omondi. This guy, he's a guy who has senses. He has tried helping our people. He has tried literally demonstrating about the high cost of living and all that. We've seen how he has gone to the public and literally even distributed ugali flour to citizens who cannot afford ugali, and he ended up being arrested. And our number one question was like, how does the police officers come and arrest you for being or for helping people? It doesn't add up and everything. But today I saw a video of him. He went to the UK and he apparently was begging on the street, and he was asking for money to come and donate, to give back people or give ugali flour and whatever. But among within that situation, what happened is that he faced racism. That was so clear. It was so evident. That cracker called police officers on this guy. And my number one question is, again, do you understand racism? But like I said, I don't want to get deeper into it yet. I don't want to start getting deeper into it yet. Let me start with what is going on in Uganda as we continue. So we had Uganda signing the anti-gay bill, and we saw Museveni did put some strict laws onto how he wants his country to operate. He said he does not condone and does not accept homosexuality in his country. This is not Africans' culture, not just Ugandans. This is out the Europeans' way, and this is something that they should continue practicing, but not bring it to us as African people. But what is happening? So we know how homosexuality can lead to not only we've been discussing about suicidal cases, mental. I'll speak about it. I think this it leads. I think it starts with mental illness for you to be suicidal. So we have mental illness, suicidal cases, and it can lead even to self-hate, because one, the fact you've been destroyed, they want to subject you to destroy your body, to do surgeries on your body, to literally undo the work of the creator, because of what we studied the other day, what they are feeding the pregnant women, and what goes in the how it affects the baby and all that. I shared that on the Africa Today show and everything. But my question is, or what is going on in Uganda is, we know also, apart from all that, we have you going on someone's butthole. It can lead to uh what's this disease? Remind me. You know what it leads to. I've forgotten the term, but it leads to a lot of infections, parasites. Yeah, Marburg. Yeah, it leads to Marburg. All types of viruses. Because are you digging on a shit? It's a shit hole. I'm saying it's a shit hole. Because it's just crazy. And HIV and AIDS and all that. But what is going on? Ugandans are complaining. The doctors, the clinics, they're literally raising issues on empty clinics. They don't have patients visiting the clinics anymore. And I feel like actually this is good, because one, it's going to be stopping these people to spread the diseases more. We were checking the graph of HIV and AIDS the other day, and we've seen countries that are literally right now leading. And it is literally crazy if you look at the bar of it, the graph of it. South Africa, number one, leading, because one, they have allowed homosexuality to run in the country legally. It is so open. But on this other case, let me just read this article as we continue. I see K. Williams in the building. Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing amazing. You're saying, what's going on? I'm good. How are you? You are at work listening. You're saying it is 6:14 a.m. on your end right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. And you're saying, what have you been up to? Nothing. Just been here on the Blackout Fire Network doing my work. What have you been up to? That is what I'm supposed to be asking you. So we have the saying that in the Ugandan capital of Kampala, the usually buzzing HIV and AIDS treatment center is almost empty days after the parliament enacted a controversial anti-gay law. According to staff, usual daily influx of approximately 50 patients has been dried up, and antiretroviral drugs pile up unused. So actually, this is actually a positive thing, but the media is trying to report it, make it look like it's a negative thing. I'm taking it in a positive way, because the moment you're seeing that these patients who are coming, taking the drugs and coming for treatments and all that, they are the number one ringleaders who are spreading the disease. But right now, because the country has said that if you found you have infected anyone with HIV and AIDS, you end up in prison. You are found, literally, you have abused a child, you are dead. There's no excuse. But now the media, the mainstream media, is trying to make, I don't know, because for me, the way I'm reading it, they're trying to make it look like it's a negative thing. But for me, I'm taking it like a positive thing. Take and twist it. What I've come to learn with the media is what you're just reading, just twist it. Twist it. What they're saying is what it is, period. But I think that a resident medical officer at a US-funded clinic, US funded clinic, underline, warned that the new waves of HIV infections were forming as vulnerable people stayed away from treatment center. The US funded clinic warned. You had that? Warned. The new waves of HIV infection. How are these new waves of HIV infection coming up, and if you don't have people spreading the virus, one, and if you don't have you literally trying to infect people with the new wave of HIV? Just a question. I'm not saying you're doing it, I'm just asking. How do we have a new wave while we have the rate of HIV being reduced because one, people are not active sexually, and this reducing the number of how many can get infected? So the new wave, oh my god, the media is such a liar. Let me read this again. A resident medical officer at the US funded clinic, that's a red flag, warned that the new wave of HIV infections were forming as vulnerable people stayed away from treatment center. Doesn't make sense. Afraid of being identified and arrested under the new laws, which is a good thing because, keep your shit together. How you got the disease, that is none of our business. You being gay, you going to look for white people, because again, I was to say yesterday on the show that, and I even said it, I said yesterday on the Africa Today show that this is what has actually promoted to HIV and AIDS, because Africans, we think not only one are we following the white man's culture, we want to sleep with the white man. So the white man gives you the disease, and now you're infected, and now you feel so sorry because, hey, your fellow African people are not stupid like you. So you want to go spreading the disease around. This is just so crazy. This is just so crazy. They're saying that the LGBTQ community in Uganda is on lockdown. They don't have primitive services. They cannot access condoms. They cannot access arts. They should not access anything. They should not be able even to access anything, according to my own terms. Under the bill which Presidential Yoweri Museveni signed into law last week, gay sex is punishable by life in prison, while aggravated homosexuality, including the transmission of HIV, is punishable by death. Until this year, the Kampala clinic had been a beacon of success to fight for the fight against HIV in Uganda, where 1.4 million people live with the virus and 17,000 die a year as a result of its ravages, according to the Uganda AIDS Commission. Now, when patients do come in, it's often out of absolute necessity. The HIV cases presenting as thus become more severe as people skip treatments, has become more severe as people do you know what the media is lying? And we're gonna be believing this. People are gonna be buying into this shit. K. Williams is saying that the gay stuff is out of control. It is out of control. And that's why there's a time I said, the more we keep on talking about this thing, the more it's being popularized. And that's what the media actually has been literally funded to do, to popularize this agenda and fight for human rights. I quote, it's been popularized. But again, if you can't think of it, as much as you don't want it being popularized and you don't want to talk about it, it's making people sick to the throat. We were discussing something last week and this week on how they are literally, and we've checked this even way back before, how they are literally grooming children. You saw with the video I shared the other day, they're telling children, do you know how to play with your dick? Do you know how to play with your clitoris? At what time do you play with your clitoris? At home or at school? Now, you imagine that's your child at school. You have trusted your child with these people, and now your child comes now wearing skirts while he was wearing a trouser. He has now boobs. Have you seen what is trending? I think you guys have seen. You guys must have seen what was going on at the State House. We have in this transgender, whatever, showing their tits out at the State House. And I saw someone asking, is Joe Biden making the country a joke? It's already a joke. The fact that the president can literally tolerate such kind of nonsense and is literally allowing and is part of signing with the UN and to what children should literally, our children should be controlled. And our parents do not have access to their children. The country is already a joke. The country is already a joke. And it is so sad to see that we have black folks that who are literally there and so happy, calling themselves whatever they call themselves, celebrating Pride Day. What pride do you have? You have pride in being you have pride in being gay. You have pride in not being straight. You have pride in literally accepting mental illness. You have pride in literally you being torn down, your body being done multiple operations for you to look for a certain perfection, trying to look like Kim Kardashian and end up dying just because of pride. Well, I'm proud of what is going on in Uganda. Well, I love this restriction Museveni did set up, and that's how it should continue. That's how exactly it should continue. But we had a couple of people. I see here in the comments we had someone who said that the anti-homosexuality act will reverse the gains Uganda has made in the effort of to end HIV and AIDS, and call, I don't know what he said, the global fund, blah blah blah. The government of Uganda will ensure that the prevention programs of HIV epidemic control remains accessible to those that need them in non-discriminatory manner, observing principles of confidentiality and equality. Crazy, man. But anyway, that is what is going on in Uganda, and I just hope those who are literally the majority, because you can hear 1.4 million people are affected, 17,000 die out of it. I think that is actually helpful. The restriction is helpful because it's going to reduce the number of infections that we keep on seeing rising every single day. Every year or every month, there's literally a GDP given or some clarity given on what's the highest, which country has the highest number of infection when it comes to diseases in Africa. Every goddamn month or year. I don't know how annually it is or how many times it is, how many times they get to do it, but we have someone who's on the check of how many people are being affected by this in Africa, and it's making them happy. 1.4 million people, it's not a joke. That is a whole genocide, because one, there's no cure for this shit. So meaning at the end of the day, you're gonna die. The more you spread it, the more you die. And so stupid African people think the more you spread it, it's like, I don't know, you think like, the more you affect people, it's like a benefit or something. And I'm so sorry, but right now, if I am to meet with someone with HIV and AIDS, I'm not even going to be remorseful. We used to feel bad for these people. Oh my God. We used to feel bad for this. I used to feel bad for the people infected by HIV and AIDS, but I think no more. No more. Because these are the type of cases that have led to where we are, apart from what we had them injecting us from the beginning and each spreading to this point, we have other ways. And us trying to sleep with the white people, no, I'm not remorseful anymore. I'm not remorseful anymore. Because if you try look at the high percentage of the people infected, it's the same people who have accepted this shit, who are calling themselves the binary, the choirs, I don't know the what. Yeah. I see K. Williams is saying that just working and paying bills, living my life. I'm glad, and I hope you are also safe and eating healthy, because man, a lot of nonsense going on outside there. What we're eating is just messed up, and it's messed up to the point we also saw it's part of what it's contributing to people wanting to feel like lesbians, gay. It's changing the hormones and everything. part of what we're eating, high percentage of what we're eating, the energy drinks and everything. But anyway, I also say you're saying that, so all that gay stuff is all right in Kenya. No, it's not. Okay, Kenya has not literally made the clarity. That is something that is still pending. Kenya has not made any clarification on this matter. Of course, we had, I think the law was brought, the anti-gay, I think it was brought, the bill was brought, I'm not certain, but it has not been discussed that much. We had our president saying, he clarified he's not supporting this nonsense. It's not our way, and he's not going to accept it. So let's go by his word for now on that matter, not with anything else. The rest is lies. So for now, let's just wait and see what's up. But I bet Kenyans are not going to accept this. I hope, because we have to follow the, if we have to, one country, one African country can set an example, and that Uganda has done that. South Africa failed, and this because it's full of white people. So I believe if Uganda could do it, the rest of us can do it if we just follow the suit. Because this is actually what they do not want us to do. They want us accepting it so that they can be able to control us, because it's all their bullshit. But the moment we say no, this is how we're gonna start uniting. They're gonna see we're able to actually say no to their decision, because one African country did set an example. And I hope Museveni can also indicate this, the rest of these clowns, what this could really mean, or if they can see that they can see through this. Because when we look at this bigger, it's not just saying no, it's not just a bill being signed. That is a goddamn decision. That was someone who stood like a man and said no, which is rare. We've seen with most of the African leaders. They're just gonna go with everything. But for once, at least I've seen him say no, for at least for once. For once. Of course, the country is destroyed and everything is. We cannot just take one choice and say congratulations, or you've made Uganda better just because of one choice. No, but at least for me, I think like it shows that was an example set. That was an example set to the rest of the African countries. That is us being shown. We can also say we also have. We can make decisions. We can make decisions. And this was also saying yesterday, we might not be independent when it comes to terms of us ruling ourselves and everything, but you can't be independent, excuse me, when it comes to decision making. You can't be independent when it comes to choices. You can say no. They may have you as a country, they may have your country, they may control it, but the moment you start saying no to their decision, that is you becoming independent and showing others how to become independent. And by this, you're gonna find yourselves now taking over your country, and you becoming the rulers and being the decision makers and being the thinkers, not someone thinking on our behalf. That's just me. But anyway, that is what is going on in Uganda right there. And of course, I also want to discuss what is going on in Congo. We saw that last week we had 5 African countries that were supposed to go to Ukraine, Russia, peace talk, something like that. And we saw it was, I think, South Africa, we had Congo, we had Zambia, we had Egypt, and can't remember the 5th one. But right now we're seeing that I think after the meeting, we had the Congolese president who had something to say. And he said that he's not going to remain silent because of our Africans, we, the African continent, we're suffering because of this war that is going on in Ukraine, which of course Russia is being blamed, which is lies and everything. But for the reason why he's saying he's not going to be silent is because we have facing hunger issues. And I'm like, bro, hold up. You're not going to be silent because of the hunger issues we're facing in the African continent, while again, we have 65% arable land. And again, you have war going on in your country, but you are silent about it. So how are you silent about what is affecting your country, but you cannot stay silent about what is going on in other people's business, which does not concern you. It is only affecting you because it is concerning you because it is all about Africa. At some point, it is all leading back to us at some point. But again, it doesn't concern you. It does not concern you at all. These puppets, this is one thing that I always ask. I don't know if majority of the African people and the adults too, like when you're looking at the news, you're like, what, how do we view news? But again, not everyone knows everything, so I'm gonna be easy. But let me read this as I continue and as I share this video of him in a silent mode. They're saying that the Congolese president, Denis Sassou, says he believes that Africa cannot remain silent in the face of the conflicts in Ukraine. And they said on Monday, during the beginning of the 3-day state visit aimed at strengthening cooperation ties between his country and the Republic of Congo, the Republic of Congo and the Ivory Coast, about 13 agreements will be signed in the fields of fishing, agriculture, livestock breeding, and tourism during the state visit. One, that is actually Congo being given away to these people. This Congo being sold out secretly. We've seen literally. Take an example like what Katie was discussing on our show the other day. We have the Africa Court, but it's not being funded by Africans. None of these African puppets have a say or are going to be having a say, despite it being called African, because it's not us. It's not us who made the decision. We have some Chinese and other bunch of crackers included. That is, and the biggest question I remember Katie asking was, who was included when it came to this decision making? Because I remember this decision or this project was mentioned in 2021, at the end of 2021, towards the end of 2021. And they had discussed how the African court is going to be built in Arusha. And I remember us discussing war with Spikes. And we asked, are we sure this is really going to work for African people? Or it's going to be the same thing the way we have the International Criminal Court, where we always rush into, where because we cannot become decision makers, it's going to be the same thing, repetition. And now we're still claiming to be independent. And these puppets, let me tell you, these puppets, they're acting like they have wax on their ears. Let me tell you, it's not like these people do not hear what we're saying. They are listening to youths they know what the youth, we have most of the people are waking up, that's for a fact. In my country, man, I'm proud. I'm so proud. In South Africa, I'm also seeing people giving work to these white people. In Nigeria, I can't speak much. Those people are bootlickers, so yo, spare me. But these puppets always act like they don't. It's like they have put wax on both the ears. They can't hear what the citizens are saying. But when it comes to us, we have to listen to what they're saying. It doesn't make sense. On this case, Congo has already been sold out. That is what I'm seeing here. We have war in the country. We have this place. This doesn't make sense, family. Just yesterday, I was reporting about 40 people being killed by a militia corporation of the Congolese development of Congolese. And I asked, who built this corporation of the development of Congolese? Apparently, Google could not give me any information about it. Now we have 40 people who are killed, and these 40 people were camping. They were camping because first they have been displaced from their original homes, from their own home, they're still being displaced. They're trying to find peace where they can settle, but no, it doesn't stop. They still want to attack more, all because of the resources. They really want the land so bad. And then we have this president, this nice president, saying that the reason why we have all this, or what has been going on in the country, No, that was in Ghana. But still, the same nonsense they're gonna also tell us about the rest of the African countries when it comes to resources. Oh, we have illegal mining, we have this and this, but it's them cooperating and working together with our enemy to put Africans down. And you're like, I can't stay silent because of the war that is going on in Ukraine is affecting us as African people. But you can't. Why are you silent about the war that is in your country? Why can't you address why did you have 40 people being killed yesterday? And these 40 people have been displaced. Are you even worried about that? They're never worried about how people feel or where they live. And again, I still, like I said yesterday, and I'll keep on saying it, man, for as long as I'm gonna figure it out. And I've already figured it out, but still doesn't make sense how someone is gonna use you and destroy. Because this is what this puppet is gonna happen to them. Like you just being used and you're gonna be destroyed at the end of the day. It's so sad. But let me repeat this again. President Sosu said this in Abidjan, that was on Monday, during the beginning of a 3-day state visit aimed at strengthening cooperation ties between this country, cooperation. And I asked something yesterday about these corporations. What is up with all these corporations? What is with the African countries always cooperating with the European countries, the Chinese, the Ukrainian, the Russians? Why can't we just cooperate with African countries? Why can't we cooperate with Kenya, Zambia? Why can't Congo cooperate with the African countries? Why can't we spread all these resources, all that we need, all this fishing, all this, I don't know, amongst ourselves? Because if you're speaking of, is like the Republic of Congo and the Ivory Coast are about to sign 13 agreements which are focused on fishing, agriculture, fishing, which we've seen the Chinese have taken over. Agriculture, shout out to Bill Gates. Livestock, shout out to Bill Gates again, because he's feeding the livestock, the GMOs right now. So we're consuming GMOs directly because they're being fed directly. Is it direct? Yeah, because they're being fed directly to our animals. Tourism. Oh my God, do we even control our tourism? Or right now we're having giraffes being called the Rockefellers. We have giraffes right here in Africa being called the Rockefellers. Who named them? It's just to the youths, man. This to the youths. And it is so sad that the youths do not actually, I'm not going to be, and it's going to take maybe some time. As much as majority are waking up, it's still going to take some time, because the youths are being subjected to, as we get into the main topic of the day, being subjected to a lot of agendas. We have been subjected to not think about how politics affects our lives, but just think of how we have to live on a daily scale. Like on a daily basis, we have to think of how I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna pay my bills. I'm just worried. I'm not worried about politics because I feel like it doesn't concern me, but it does, because it's the main effect of this. And actually, this is why you see that the youths do not realize we need revolution, because one, we do not even understand independence, why we'll still celebrate it. And these people are trying to tell us we're independent. How are you independent while you still need more loans? Shout out to Tinibu. I saw this guy saying that he wants to give students loans. This to help the poor students to be able to go to schools. Excuse me? We're supposed to be giving free education, not loans. So how am I poor and you giving me a loan to access? How am I going to pay you back? Okay, fine, I'm poor. I go to school, get a degree. Am I going to get a job so I can be able to pay you back? Or I'm going to be able to ban my degrees, like we're seeing right now, youth in Kenya banning degrees because they're tired of looking for jobs. If you can't think of it deeper, because all these areas they're focusing on and signing on is what the youth are supposed to be literally employed on. Talk about fishing. We saw just the other day, we were talking about Gambians, how they're complaining about the Chinese, not just in Gambia. It was which other country I was talking about? Even right here in Kenya, God knows. Fishing. The youth are supposed to be on that area. Agriculture. It is all us. Livestock breed, it is all us. Tourism, it is all us. But no, it is going to be given all away to the Chinese. And these people do not even know how to take care of nothing. It's all killing. I shared a picture of what was going on in where we had multiples of fishes that were killed. And I remember someone was telling me that was radiation. I'm like, okay. Well, we have nearly 12,000 fishes dead. That was in Quinton Beach in Texas. Quinton Beach in Texas. And no birds are eating these fishes. That was the funny question. There are no birds around feasting on these free buffets. Buffets. The buffet, yeah? That's a red flag. It is a red flag. So what is going on? And then you're telling me that you're going to cooperate. This you literally telling us not only that do we have climate change and we're going to be facing hunger in the next 40, 80, 100 years. This you telling us we should be ready to die. Because what are you doing? And that's what I'm trying to say, that Africans will not understand this because we've been so distracted by a lot of things to not understand what these people are doing, what they are really doing. But he also says that we are all suffering the effects of these wars directly on our peoples. Inflation is rising everywhere, and we believe that Africa cannot remain silent or indifferent in this phase of such tragedy. And the remark comes just a few days before the several of the continent heads of state, including Sassou Nguesso, are set to meet uh, in Kiev and Moscow to mediate. It also comes as a concerns grow about Russia quitting the Ukraine deal, allowing the safe wartime export the grain and fertilizers from the 3 Ukraine Black Sea ports. I'm like, wow, we need grain and fertilizers from Ukraine, and they need Russia to stop attacking Ukraine. Anyway, it is all crazy. It is all crazy. It is all crazy. Back to the main topic of the day. But before I go to the main topic of the day, let me go through the comments. I see K. Williams is saying that they are going to punish Uganda for not accepting the gay stuff. They already are. Imagine they already are, K. Williams, because we had Al Shabaab. They just out of nowhere magically appeared in Uganda and started bombing people. That is what is going on right now in Uganda. We have Museveni, who is currently affected by the 19, the Ugali shots. So, hey, it's already happening. God knows. I say personally, he might RIP. He might, like, we might RIP. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just saying. I'm not sure. Just saying. I'm just saying. He's gonna be squeezed somewhere in the corner. Maybe he's gonna be given a warning. I don't know. We're gonna see what's going on, but it's already been attacked. Uganda is already been attacked. K. Williams is saying that Africa must take a stand against America. America's nothing but a bully country. Exactly. Africa must take stand against Africa. This calls for unity. You speaking about unity over there. We must unite first to be able to do all this. We can't be divided and claim still want to be against people who know that we are divided. The reason why they literally are easy to conquer us, they easily come into our continent, they easily manipulate our minds, is because we're divided. They can easily come here and tell me, hey, your African men ain't shit, right? I can give you all the dollars you want, right? Then because one, I've grown up in poverty, I'm already manipulated money. I'm like, yeah, and boom, I have AIDS. And he's gone. And you wonder, like, hey, this guy just gave me money and he left. You think like, hey, we must unite because these people understand how divided we are, and that's why they easily take advantage of us. That's all I'm saying. K. Williams is saying that that's why America is falling after is falling. Other countries is no longer scared of America. Exactly. And you're saying that the Congo president is no good. Is a no good is a no good. What is that term? The Congo president is a no whatever good like the rest of them. I think we call him a puppet. Let me call it, it's a no good puppet. Let me just say that. It's a no good puppet, whatever that term you want to write. But you're saying that, did you say you have giraffes over there named Rockefellers? Lol. Yes, we do. When we went to the giraffe center, I think we showed you guys. You can check out the video. It is on our actually on this channel, on the Black Hot Fire Network 2 channel. Check it out over there. You're also saying that people must take a stand, keep suffering. People must take a stand. Let me see. You're saying that politics affects everybody no matter where at. Exactly. But we've not been taught that. We've been taught to be scared of discussing politics, that these people should not be running on our mouths. We should keep boundaries of mentioning them. And this is saying that people must take a stand or keep suffering, bottom line. That is true. I said it yesterday. I think Africans think it's a norm of us always waking up or being born into poverty, like, because we've grown up not to questioning anything. So it's always a norm of, we found religion, let's go along with it. We found this, let's go along with it. We found fucked up education, it's okay. Our parents can rape us and escape with it, it's okay. Your dad can make you pregnant and escape with it, it's okay. Like, you can get married by your uncle, like all this nonsense, we've made it a norm. That's the problem. Like, we've made it a norm. We want to keep on suffering. We think like suffering, it's a norm. And I think again, because we've been so much not educated and so destroyed mentally to not even know anything about our science, about how the universe works, not knowing everything is all mental, we're so negative. Trust me, I think high percentage of African people are so negative because of, we've normalized suffering. So we just think like, hey, life cannot get better. you know this is why you have so many people addicted into drugs. They think like, instead of, if I get money, I just need to get into my addiction, but not save and get something that I feel like can help me, like, try get a land, try get walk out of here. This is why you have so many men subjected into being drunkards, because again, minds have been weakened. It's crazy. But you're saying that this is heavy stuff, Joby. It is. It is heavy. It is very heavy than we think. It is very, very. Always say this every day. If you try to think some things deeper, they're very heavy than we just view them. Because imagine how distracted we have been distracted to not realize how politics works, how politicians operate. Because for me, and I gave this honest view, and I think I'd relate with majority of me. I don't know if this is the norm, but this is how I used to think. The reason why we have presidents, politicians, is because these people, they have money, so that's the reason why they are leaders. We don't know that part of, we are the employees, we are the employers. I'm sorry, the employers, and them being the employees. We're told these people, because they have money, which we're not told that also they're stealing. It is our money they're stealing. So they were like, since people, once you meet someone who has money and they're like all friendly to you, and they're like, I want to change your life too, you're gonna believe them, right? So once it's just fucked up, man. I don't know even how to explain. It's just fucked up. It's just fucked up. It is very fucked up. Because me, that's how I used to reason. These people are only leaders because they have money and they've been given the opportunity to share their money with us. That's how I used to think. But come to think of it, it is all our taxes. It is everything to do with us. All our school fees. They're stealing amounts of money from school fees. School fees should not be this expensive. School fees is so expensive, you guys. Toilets are becoming expensive. Imagine public toilets also becoming expensive somehow. Because the moment we have not enough water being supplied within the country, like we had yesterday, which country was it? Ghana, claiming they're going to have to start importing drinking water. From where? From which European nation? You're speaking about the Billy Gates water, the poop water. This is what you want Africans to consume. The moment you lack water, and let's say using public toilets, they make it expensive for you to access, because hey, you're gonna need to pour water there, and I need money to buy water. So it's just crazy, manze. Just crazy. But you see, it's saying that no notification come up no more. You must post the thing on WhatsApp. Yeah, I didn't, but yeah, the notification don't. It's because we lost the other channel. But yeah, I do share the link. I didn't today, but we do share the links before we start the show. But sorry about that. I'm just glad you did manage to find me. You're saying that the word is damn, Joby. The word is dumb, man. It is crazy. It is so insane. But anyway, as we get straight into our main focus of the day, as we speak of Africans being subjected of literally not loving anything black, not loving anything black. It's just all about hate. Hate whereby start by self-hate. And I discussed this deeper yesterday, and personally I think I didn't my analysis, I didn't know I didn't know my thoughts will go that deeper, like when I was saying it, when it comes to religion. The reason why I say this, rather why we're discussing this, we're speaking about our minds being weakened. We've been weakened since childhood. Our minds have been weakened since childhood. And I'm gonna speak on both genders. One, I think when I'm speaking of being weakened mentally, is whereby, for example, why we have weak men in the society, weakened in the minds for the women. I don't know how to describe it for the women, for us, but we've been subjected to a lot of things that we were not supposed to. We've been purposely manipulated mentally, all in the name of loving the white people, worshiping anything that is coming from the white people, giving all the energy to the white people. But you ask yourself, you're like, where you like, where do we fall as black people? Like, why do we? Let me just analyze this as I read this, because I'm so sick and tired of seeing. On Monday, I shared a very sad. It's not really sad, but it's also sad, of seeing pastors farting on your face for you to be healed, of you having to urinate, to take someone's urine in the name of Jesus. First of all, who's Jesus? Why did the devil have to be black and the God had to be white? Red flag number one. We have not been taught this had nothing to do like with us as black people. They're like, they think we're the devils. Well, they are the devils. They should be, they are the saints, we're the devils. It's crazy. It's so crazy to see that we African people, we've hated ourselves, or rather we've been subjected to self-hate this far. It is so heartbreaking, actually. So heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. So we have this story coming from Uganda. Religion bullshit, of course, relate with what is going on in Kenya still, with the whole organ harvesting, people having to starve themselves to death because they want to meet Jesus, and because they have been promised you're going to meet Jesus Christ. They're saying 8 members of the Ugandan religion cult who had been convinced to travel to Ethiopia and starve themselves have been repatriated, and authorities in Uganda gave this information. And their pastor allegedly told them that they would meet Jesus Christ after fasting for 40 days. A joint police operation is now leading a search for cult leader Simon Opolot. In Kenya, a different religion figure is allegedly to have convinced hundreds to starve themselves to death. And the 80 members of the Christ Disciples Church reportedly got rid of their belongings earlier this year, then traveled from the rural area in the eastern Uganda to southern Ethiopia. Just underline that. They had to get rid of their belongings earlier this year. One, not only have we, man, these people, man, I don't know. If you're gonna be coming here to looking for a wife, you better look for a smart person, okay? Look for a smart person. Dig the roots of their religion, their family. Don't just come pick any fucked up mentality, okay? Because this dumb. This just so dumb. I'll start with the puppets. We have the puppets who are doing this purposely. Start not even the European people at this point. Our own goddamn puppets know religion is not true. Whether they know or they don't, someone should have done research. If you're really claiming to be serving the African people, you want to change everything, you should have done research. Why do we need to worship white and not black? Why are you introducing? And this is what I'm saying. It's all literally go to the. This starts with the puppet. Why do we have bleaching chemicals being accepted in our country if you're not promoting African people to hate themselves? You've used religion not only in education as a force, but you've also used it in the name of God chose me to become, and you've used these so-called pastors to make us believe God has chosen you. Jesus Christ, pardon me, has chosen you. Yahweh has chosen you, or whatever you want to call them, to literally become our leader. And we have bought into all this. But no, it goes deeper than just what we're being told and what we see in front of our eyes. Man, this is deep. This is why this is why we're told we live in an illusion. Because what we see is not just what we see. These people understand clearly what is going on. These people are so much into some cult bullshit. They understand what is going on clearly. So clearly. They make hundreds of people stand, take their energy, let the energy go all to them, being given all the praise and everything. But at the back of all this, they're doing some crap shit, some cult shit. But that's not my focus. And this point, we're talking about now the citizens. Before I get into the citizens, and that's African people. They have used politics, they have used now religion to spread their politics. Like I said, to claim that this pastor has been used by God to visualize that it is Ruto or Uhuru who shall be the next president of Kenya, and then boom, that's what happens. How does that just happen? If this is not a business, these people are always linked up into. How do they just predict who is the next president? If the puppet is not well updated that you're going to be the next puppet of Kenya, so you're going to have to know how to spread the message to your people to believe in you, so that the elections cannot seem like they have been rigged with. They have also ensured through religion you stay in poverty. So sad that you have to sell your things. You've worked your ass all your years, man. Then you have to sell your belongings, travel, I don't know for how many days, go to Ethiopia to starve yourself for 40 days because you want to meet Jesus. African people, we really hate ourselves so much. And that is, I'm not ashamed to say that. The love we've given to the white people, it is so clear we really hate ourselves so much. It is so clear. And I said this, I think it was yesterday or on Monday. It is so disrespectful of you. Actually, you hate yourself so much. Let me repeat my words very clearly again. You hate yourself so much to starve yourself. Personally, I have an experience of being starved purposely. Being starved, not me starving myself. I was starved. And man, I have an issue of ulcers when I'm hungry. They're going to be killing me. I'm going to be vomiting saliva because I'm starving. Like I'm in pain. I'll need food and I'll need to eat. But someone starved me purposely. And I was like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you want to hurt me? Why would you just want to see me suffer? I didn't understand by then. But anyway, on this point, you really hate yourself so much to starve yourself to death. You have to go through so much pain like that you just want to see yourself. Oh my God. You really hate yourself so much Sorry, not sorry, but this is why the white people are literally looking through your skin, your heart, and every. That's why they see through your kidney, your liver, your intestines, and everything. And this is why we have organ harvesting, because man, we become stupid. These are old Negroes who cannot even reason. I believe these are Negroes you can't even tell nothing. You can't even try talk to them politically, economically, so anything. They can't reason. They know nothing about even the world. They know nothing beyond but just the Bible and Jesus. And trust you me, we have this mentality in Africa, deep, well invested on, very well invested on by these politicians. They have well invested on African people, literally being goofy in religion. They have really well invested on that. We are now a laughing stock still. You think it's over till now another case rises. The Europeans, the Chinese, the Indians look at us. They're like, look at these motherfuckers, man. Because that's what it is so heartbreaking. And I say it is so sad. I don't know for the family members of those maybe who are woke, but I think majority, if this is what you've seen, then the rest of the generation could be like this. That's why if you come here looking for a wife, yo, dig deeper, man. Go deep into that. Go into the history of that person, who they are. Because shit is just fucked. Shit is messed up here. It's getting messed up every single day. African people are getting more stupid every single day. You think others are waking up here. That's true. But no, we have a number of those who are gone. Gone. They're in a coma, family. They're in a coma. Like, gone. You can't tap the. You seen someone you can't tap, like, hey, you wake up. It's in a coma. Oh, shit. Crazy. They're saying that the returnees have paid Pastor Opolot, to convince them. Opolot convinced them to fast for 40 days so that they can meet Jesus on the 41st day. And the condition was that to meet Jesus, they need to be in Ethiopia, according to him, and the world would immediately end. But once the Ethiopian authorities learned of their arrival in March, they were picked up and looked after until the repatriation were arranged. The AFP gave this information. Mr. Mundei is quoted by the Daily Monitor as saying that members of the group, mainly made up of teachers and civil servants, were already fragile after the long journey without any food. In 2000, at least 700 Ugandan members of the movement of the restoration of the 10 commandments of God died after being locked in a church while was uh, which was then set alight. I think I shared this video with you guys some time back. If you have been keen with my shows, I shared that video. That was a genocide. That was a genocide over there. 700 people were killed in a church. It was burnt and set into fire. We had a pastor who chopped someone's child, and he was like, nah, Jesus told me to do this. What is that? What is this? And where this Ugandan was like, yo, it got to a point he had to question, what type of religion is this that is going on? That you have to be killing people in the name of Jesus is telling you and giving you the direction. And I was for once like, hey, there's someone is questioning something. But no, he said he was not allowed to question about God or anything to do with the Christianity religion, the fake Christianity religion. It's crazy. This is just super insane. This is super, super insane. This is super insane. If you've not checked that video, go to BBC Africa on YouTube. You'll see it. It's there. They're saying that in Kenya, Pastor Paul Ngede Mackenzie is currently in custody, accused of urging people to starve themselves to death. More than 280 bodies have been found in shallow graves in the remote forest. And the government has taken over the land. It owns the land right now. And it's also ruled out the body organ harvesting. And all the president said after this case is, I'm so sorry to the Shakahola victims who have lost their members. There's nothing we can do. So figure that out as African people. Personally, what I feel, this is nothing but just self-hate. That is nothing. That's my conclusion. Just that simple. We hate ourselves too much, and it's too much. You want to ask how much is too much? It's too much. Too much. Because I'm telling you, you have to be hating yourself so bad to starve yourself. Me, I can't right now. I can't. Me, I'll eat. I'd rather go broke. I'll eat. I'll not starve myself. Hey, I'll not. I'm working. I'm getting paid. In the name of Jesus, let him come. Let him find me eating. If I'll have to starve for him to come, let him find me all goddamn full then. It's too much. It's too much. You have people farting now on your face. Oh, fine. You have now people farting on your face in the name of your healing. What are you healing from? Oh my God. You have to drink a pastor's urine. So disgusting. Anyway, let me wrap it up here. I see K Williams is saying that you got your passport to Joby run. I know, right? I wish I can, but I don't want to run away. For me, let me say I have my passport. For me, it's to travel. I want to travel to Africa first. And if I'm gonna be coming over there to where these crazy crackers are, it's for a few days. I'm coming back. I don't want to be stuck there. I'm gonna be broom mass shooting, broom people going crazy. Nah, having gay people, transgender trying to fight me because I don't want them to sit next to me because I feel like you're a man, not a woman. No, 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 no. Oh, I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I really admire wanting to come to the US, like to try to see the cities like New York, Atlanta, like see some amazing stuff just that we don't have right here in Africa, and see how we can bring that mentality back here. But I'd not want to stick there. Being honest, I'm not interested. I've learned too much to not want to leave my continent. Okay, let me tour, let me flex touring, but let me build it all right here. It's so sad that African people think running away, going to build it outside outside Africa, you've made it. Until boom, Ukraine, boom, earthquakes, you have to come back now to Africa. And then your government does not give a shit about you. They don't even have the emergency money they claim they have saved aside, we were discussing yesterday, does not even help save most of us when we're in crisis. So we need to reason. That's all I'll say as I wind up. You're saying that go see other parts of the world. Yeah, I will. I really am interested, man. Let's make money first, invest businesses. Once everything is good, we can tour the world. I'm Ajay. That's how we do. You can't tour when you're broke. So let me do my work right here. Let me get other promos, more salaries. Then once I have enough, we can tour this goddamn world together with the Black Out Fire Network as we show you around. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that take a vacation and relax. Man, manifesting, thank you. Manifesting, we really need one at the end of the year. I'd really love one at the end of the year. So yeah, manifesting. Shout out to Keith. I'm manifesting that vacation. So, and to many, many more. And not just a vacation that's gonna add something in my life. Something. You're also saying that stay away from that fake religion nonsense, Joby. It's all garbage. It is, manze. So sad to see that I have my siblings indoctrinated into that bullshit. K. Williams is saying that you got stabbed. Wow, Joby. No, not stabbed. Stabbed. I was stabbed. I was stabbed. Not stabbed. Yeah, I was stabbed. Not stabbed. I asked someone for 30 cents. They denied me, and I ended up the whole day I was in pain because I do have ulcers. Even right now I have to get food after this immediately because I feel them. I have ulcers if I stay angry for so long and they really hurt me like so bad. I can end up vomiting saliva because of being in pain. So I don't like messing around with that. I don't like messing around with my ulcers. And just saying that you cannot save all the black people. You must save yourself and move on. True, you cannot save everyone. So that's what I'm saying, man. I don't know. At some point, there are those who have to go with this agenda 25 of 2025 and 2030. There are those who just we can't help, man, because if you are in a coma, I can't help you. You know, at least if you fainted, I can slap you like, "Hey, yo, wake up." But if you're in a coma, man, it's different. It's different. It's so way different. You're also saying that pure madness it is. You're also saying that you will be all right here in America. You just need a gun. Funny shit, I've never visualized myself holding a gun. Excuse. I've never visualized myself holding a gun, so I can't try imagine. But when the time is needed, let me first become a baller, yo. Let me just become a billionaire first, then the rest shall follow. But anyway, much love, family. I'll be wrapping it up here with my today's conversation. I hope you guys have enjoyed. And of course, for those who shall be, or rather those who have missed this episode, you can also catch it up on Rumble. And those who are on Rumble, thank you so much. Rather, those who shall be watching this later on Rumble, I hope you guys do leave a comment. But much love from me to you. See you guys same time, same place tomorrow. But of course, it doesn't end yet. Remember to catch us up later on the Tubonge show with Kamlesh, Katie, and Aish. Money is not feeling okay, but we shall quick recovery. So remember to tune in also on the African Diary and later on the Africa Today show. Peace. Have an amazing, amazing, productive day. And remember to also smash that like button as you leave.
Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And you're tuning into the Pan African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Joey.
You want to be my wife, then so make a time something I feel relax and a bit up.